and Now biscuits.
Waigani market incident affects sellers. Dr. Robin Oge now CEO. And rural electrification program commences. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Natasha Avoy. Thank you for joining us. A conflict between two ethnic groups emerged this morning at Waigani in Port Moresby following a killing of a man believed to be from Enga province.
Eyewitnesses indicated that around 2 a.m., a group of men from Goilala attacked and killed a man from Enga. In retaliation, the deceased relatives attacked and wounded several elderly peasants and women from Goilala residing around the Waigani area. They had sustained knife wounds and were taken to hospital to get treatment. In the meantime, there are no confirmed number of deaths as yet. However, a burnt corpse of a man believed to be from Goilala was found in a makeshift home in the area. Waigani police have managed to calm the situation. An investigation is currently underway to determine the cause of the conflict, arrest and charge of the perpetrators. Louis Maingu, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, over 100,000 kina worth of market goods were burnt at Waigani market as a result of retaliatory actions following the killing. The affected sellers are now calling on NCDC to open the main market at Waigani as soon as possible.
Over 100 Waigani market sellers are affected due to the incident that occurred in the early hours of today. They are worried that all of their market goods, worth thousands of kina, were burned in the retaliatory actions. A UPNG student who does clothing marketing lost more than 25,000 kina bales of thrift clothing.
Kako staff, miet misa wannemen, misa school bin kaino staff lene. Aste on plus something come up on night na then okum ogre something to me. Ni plus stock 10,000 bought in mixing na staff. All plus staff lene making 25,000 kaino same.
Other affected mothers raised a similar concern, stating that the market helps them to meet their needs and wants.
Me, I want to be to mama beginning from me install school. They went to university of Metagam. Mr. Walking some money lots of market as no papa blow. Now, two beginning of primary school or market fire and mixing big time of vista.
They are now calling on NCDC to open the main Waigani market to conduct marketing as well as storing their market products.
Informal market, yes, me understand. Informal market, but market main market, me all maintenance come up now. Me all talk 3 months tas all 3 months, me in 3 months and what after 3 months go 3 months go 2 years come up now. Me stop now. Me sim bagarap straight low Waigani line tas all.
Louis Maingu, National EMTV News.
Dr. Robin Oge is now the Chief Executive Officer for the NCD Provincial Health Authority. The official announcement was made today at the NCD PHA office in Port Moresby. The appointment comes after 7 months in the acting role. A full house staff acknowledged the appointment today in a small but significant ceremony, calling the appointment as long overdue and fitting for Dr. Oge. Echoing them was the Director of Public Health, Dr. Amos Lano.
I think the board has seen our need for us to actually get this organization stabilized. NCD PHA is one of the very important PHAs in the country, basically because we are located within the metropolitan city, and whatever we perform will reflect the entire health sector. Okay.
Dr. Oge, in his address, told the staff his job is to make them happy so that they can do their jobs to serve the people, adding,
I try to remind myself that I am a public servant. That word means the people employ me. I am paid off of the taxpayers of the people, and they employ me, and they employ every one of us. those who are working in the public sector. And so we are accountable to the people of NCD and by extension, PNG.
While noting that he hopes to ensure infrastructure development during his 4-year appointment, he also said,
I've also realized that one of the most important things that we lack is, not we, but that is lacking in the public sector, in the health sector, and for that matter, the public sector, is that there's a lot of degrees and masters and PhDs flying around, but very little honesty and transparency and integrity and all that. So this is something I want to change in this organization first and foremost.
Areas of improvement noted by the Provincial Health Authority in the last 7 months included leave entitlements, public health statistics, and clinical development in the clinics as Metorea and 6 Mile, among others. According to a statement from the Prime Minister, coffee and cocoa prices are now soaring higher in the international market.
PNG Kina is trading at approximately 4 Kina 13 Toya to the US dollars. This significantly boosts the Kina value of export earnings. The Prime Minister said the increase in cocoa and coffee prices in the international market is an opportunity that can transform the rural economies and secure lasting benefits for farmers. Earlier this year, the Arabic coffee traded above 4.40 per pound, which is the highest level in over a decade. This surge has been driven by crop failures in major producing countries like Brazil and Vietnam. The government is backing the farmers to convert these market opportunities into tangible gains through investment in PNG agriculture, commercialization, and diversification projects, National Agriculture and Credit Scheme, export and market access support, and branding and value addition. Mr. Marape said agriculture remains the most inclusive path to development for the country's rural majority. Malinta Yopolo, National EMTV News.
The Royal Australian Air Force conducted a committal service for the remains of 2 aviators from No. 100 Squadron Bay Fort today at the Bomana War Cemetery.
The 2 aviators are identified as Warrant Officer Russell Henry Grigg and Warrant Officer Clement Bedstone Wiggins, who served as pilot and navigator during a mission in PNZ in September 1943. Director of Historic Unrecovered War Casualties, Grant Kelly reflected on the legacy of the aviators.
2 warrant officers on this mission were part of a 10 aircraft bombing attack on Gasmata. And it was a crucial part at that time of the war to interdict the Gasmata airfield. So part of a rather large 100 squadron bombing attack that day. Their formation were taking hits and they continued to do the mission.
Kit Wiggins, a family member of Warrant Officer Clement Bedstone Wiggins, was also present at the committal service.
Great deal to my brother and myself and our whole family who survived our uncle Clem Wiggins. We grew up after the war and we were young children when we come to realise that our uncle had been lost at the war over here in New Guinea. That we have appreciate the very fact that we were able to see his final resting place in the grave here. But
he thanked the Papua New Guinea government and the effort of Dr. Andrew Forrest and other organizations for supporting the recovery mission of both aviators. Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken the best idea. Yum.
This stuff, right?
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you.
And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Goodpilla mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Goodpilla data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Welcome to Kokopo Beach Bungalow Resort in the heart of Kokopo. Nestled along the coastline with breathtaking views of the islands and volcanoes, we invite you to share this tropical island paradise with us. For your next business trip, leisure or marine adventure, call Kokopo Beach Bungalow Resort to discuss your escape on 982-8788 or visit us on www.kbb.com.pg. Escape, explore, enjoy.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
EMTV proudly wishes Papua New Guinea a happy 50th anniversary.
You're watching National EMTV News. The rollout of solar power stations have commenced in Nawai district, starting in Apo village in Morobe province. These stations will bring much needed connectivity to rural people.
Aluki, Wagang, Buso, Talek, Tiklang and Bualek are next in line for the implementation, marking a significant step towards rural electrification. These mobile solar systems are designed for easy relocation and setup, ensuring accessibility across various villages. The stations will power solar lamps, torches, radios and mobile phones, bringing much-needed connectivity to rural families. Member for Nawai, Teo Pelgan, urged the villages to take responsibility for the proper use and care for the stations. He said any deliberate damage to these facilities will be met with the full force of the law. Construction efforts for Nabak and Wine Arab LLG will soon commence to ensure that all local level governments in the Nawai district will benefit from this electrification drive. Malinta Yopolo, National MCV News.
About 750 village court officials in Eastern Highlands province have not been paid about 50% of their monthly allowances in the past 12 years. This concern was raised by a village court official in Goroka recently. They were raised to MP Aya Tambua during the presentation of village court officials' uniforms and a vehicle by the Goroka District Development Authority. From the 750 village court officials, 428 have not been paid in the 3 local level governments, being Goroka Urban, Mimanalo, and Gahuku. Representing the court officials, Kuahasu said outstanding monthly allowances is an ongoing issue, that many magistrates, peace officers, and officials have passed away while awaiting what they are owed. He said despite this, they continue to uphold peace in their communities with passion and sacrifice. Goroka MP Aya Tambua, when responding, said he will personally take up the matter to the Minister for Justice to address this accordingly. Meanwhile, Mr. Tambua had also advised that a land within Goroka town has been identified for the building of village court houses to accommodate for mediation hearings. A candidate currently contesting the Usino-Bundi district by-election in Madang province is calling on fellow candidates to abstain from playing petty politics to undermine or degrade their opponents in the election. Candidate Donald Uguro voiced his concern last Thursday at Usino Big Place in front of a crowd of people who gathered to witness the official launch of his campaign. He is now calling on fellow contestants to abstain from playing petty politics to undermine or degrade their opponents in the race. Donald is the son of late Education Minister Jimmy Uguro, who sudden that last year has warranted a by-election, now organized by the PNG Electoral Commission. A total of 31 candidates, including 2 former governors of Madang, Peter Yama and Jim Kass, along with 2 former Usino-Bundi members of parliament, Anton Yagama and Samson Kuli, are now contesting this by-election for Usino-Bundi district. The National Office of Family and Child Services will conduct awareness throughout Papua New Guinea on child protection.
Every child in Papua New Guinea is protected by law, and National Office of Family and Child Services enforces this law. Chief Executive Officer for National Office of Family and Child Services, Jerry Wapp, said they will inform everyone that all children have the right to live and be protected.
We want to inform everyone that every child in this country has the right to live free, has the right to be protected. No child in this country come by accident, somehow. No. Every child has a father and a mother. I want to make sure that that child needs proper clothing, proper food, proper accommodation, proper education.
WAP said the committee will conduct awareness in the National Capital District before going out to other centers.
We need to do it properly in NCD before we roll out to the rest of the country. I agree with that statement. And we have to do it properly here. This action must be sustained.
National Office of Family and Child Services will continue to advocate and seek support from their partnered agencies so that all children are protected. Nicole Rama, National EMTV News.
Arawa District Hospital will have access to clean water after Bank South Pacific installed new water tanks.
The success of this project ensures that patients, visitors and staff now have reliable access to clean and safe water. Additional improvements were also done in this project, which saw backfilling of the surrounding area with gravel to help maintain a dry, hygienic environment. This essential upgrade strengthens healthcare standards, supporting both medical staff and the well-being of up to nearly 30 mothers and newborns each month. Established in the 1970s and expanded in the 1990s, however, the maternity ward faced significant challenges due to aging water tanks, restricting access to clean water and impacting the quality of care available to mothers and newborns. During the handover ceremony, BSP Harawa branch manager Rosemary Sito emphasized the bank's commitment to supporting health and well-being in rural communities. Pakatambua, National EMTV News.
And now we take a look at the NASFAN market report. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2444 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your kina was buying $0.2369, $0.3672 Australian dollars, $0.2040 euro, and 34.03 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading higher, coffee closed lower, cocoa closed higher, copper closed unchanged, palm oil closed unchanged, crude oil is trading higher, and copper closed lower. On the stock market, Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX 200 is trading lower, the Ordinaries is trading lower. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
The IPI Group is PNG's most innovative, dynamic, and diverse logistics company, totally focused on delivering outstanding service. Our diversified divisions span from major warehousing, bulk fuel and road transport, to large-scale commercial catering. The IPI Group of companies will be your partner, supplying tailor-made logistics solutions.
This May and June, Port Moresby comes alive with the historic Asia Pacific Month, a spectacular celebration of our shared heritage and unity. Join us as we honor 50 years of independence by celebrating the nations that helped shape PNG. From May 16 to June 21st, experience the cultures and stories of our Asia Pacific family. Our nationhood was shaped by centuries of connection with our Asia Pacific family. Now, we celebrate this history together. Taste the authentic cuisines, witness breathtaking performance, and explore our shared history, all in amazing Port Moresby. Don't miss the Asia Pacific Month, every weekend from May 16th to June 21st. Free entry for all. We work, we inspire, we celebrate.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Secure your advertising today with EMTV. Vocal Fusion Season 12. Book now. Contact our sales team on 312-9200 or email mtvsales@mtv.com.pg.
You're watching National EMTV News. Southern Highlands Province has substantial pipeline of projects that were being proposed. Some are underway and others nearing completion.
Mr. Powi said one of the key projects nearing completion is the 10 million kina Mendimanda Bridge. The bridge is projected to provide access to the Mendi Hospital project and the proposed township.
The Mendimanda Bridge is a strategic link between the proposed township of Mendimanda, where the hospital will be built. I'll provide that land, and we will develop that town in an Australian standard township overlooking the beautiful Mendi Valley.
The governor said oil and gas companies Santos and ExxonMobil are partnering with the provincial government in hosting the PNG Games, which is scheduled for August. He said these corporate partners are building facilities for athletes' accommodation, which will be converted to classrooms after the Games.
And after they go, those houses will be converted to school infrastructure. So there's some very good progress made. The corporate partners are partnering with us on the Unity Games.
He also announced other projects.
Present a genset that will deal with blackouts in Mendi town, including the 50 houses that we are building for the all compound. Starting next month, you will see 10 houses coming for the 50 houses that were destroyed and burnt in the elections.
Mr. Powi said these projects are a testament that he is eager to rebuild Southern Islands Province. Pakatambua, National EMTV News.
The number one savings and loan society have experienced an increase in its membership savings by 20% in 2024.
This was announced during the annual general meeting that was held in Port Moresby recently. Chief Executive Officer John Solog said NSLS member savings grew by 20% in 2024, which resulted in a total deposit of 139 million kina. Mr. Solog said a large part of that depository came from products like the Housing Saver, Tertiary Education Saver, and Pikinini Saver.
So we're not saving just for the immediate short term, but saving for things that really make a difference into improving quality of our life for ourselves and for our families.
He said NSLS Depository encourages people to save for a longer term.
And when they need money, there's money for them to come and borrow, so they're not getting lured to get trapped into the loan sharks.
The Chief Executive Officer said that on average, NSLS members have a character to save. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
A research conducted by the Pacific Ocean Litter Project shows about 285,000 tons of plastic waste were generated in 2024.
The study recommended for the country to have effective bans, levies, and other instruments to address the use of plastics. About 161,000 tons of waste plastic were disposed into the environment from the total waste generated. Regional studies showed that disposable plastics are a major concern of pollution, accounting for more than 68% of waste leaking into the ocean. This research projected that more than 2.3 million tons of plastic waste will be released into the environment if no further action is taken. Common disposable plastic pollution in PNG are beverage, plastic bottles, bags, diapers, and food wrappers. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
4 conflict tribes in the Gena area in Simbu province staged a peace reconciliation ceremony on Friday to signify the restoration of peace and unity amongst the tribes. The Gena area has been plagued with disputes amongst the tribes that led to many food gardens and properties being destroyed. The impacts also affected service delivery in the area. The milestone ceremony was witnessed by the local MP Francis Kikin Siyune and the district peace mediation team. Mr. Kikin Siyune described the program as the beginning of a new era to pave way for essential government services like education, health, road infrastructure, amongst others. The ceremony that took place in Kindine village saw community representatives step forward for public apology, seeking forgiveness amongst themselves for a new beginning, one that holds peace and prosperity for the tribes. And now moving to overseas news. Pope Leo XIV has called for peace in the world and the Catholic Church in his inaugural address at St. Peter's Square in Rome.
Well, Pope Leo XIV was greeted by cheers and joy as he arrived on his Pope-mobile, waving out to a crowd of some 200,000 people who had come to gather in St. Peter's Square for his inaugural address. He was then taken inside the Basilica, where he led a brief prayer and also a blessing before his inaugural speech, where he laid out his priorities and ambitions for the papacy. Before that, though, he received the Fisherman's Ring, which is the traditional papal regalia, and he was officially installed as the leader of the Catholic Church. He's previously signalled that his key priorities for the papacy, including the importance of bringing peace to the world and its conflicts in Ukraine, Myanmar and the Middle East. He reiterated that message today, using the words unity and harmony throughout his address, pledging to bring peace to the church and vowing to not lead like an autocrat.
We placed in God's hands our desire to elect the new successor of Peter, the Bishop of Rome, a shepherd capable of preserving the rich heritage of the Christian faith and at the same time looking to the future in order to confront the questions, concerns and challenges of today's world. In the joy of faith and communion, we cannot forget our brothers and sisters who suffer from the wars. In Gaza, children, families and elderly survivors are starving.
To some conservatives, though, his predecessor, Pope Francis, left the church divided and confused over its views on a number of issues, including same-sex marriage, something that Pope Leo has promised to overcome. World leaders flew in for this inaugural address, including Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, US Vice President J.D. Vance and also Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky, who sat down with Pope Leo after his inaugural address.
Ukrainian authorities say the country has been hit by the largest Russian drone attack of the war.
Ukraine's Air Force says 273 drones were launched at the Kyiv, Dnipro and Donetsk regions, killing one woman and injuring several, including a 4-year-old child. It claims 88 of the drones were destroyed and 128 went astray without negative consequences. The Russian military says it also intercepted 25 Ukrainian drones overnight and on Sunday morning. Russia has been conducting near-daily strikes across Ukraine in recent months.
There were many explosions, a lot of them. It has been the 4th year of war. We thought God would spare us, but thanks, we are at least alive.
What is Putin doing this for? My son-in-law speaks Russian. We live in peace together. And look what Putin is doing. What for? I have no roof, nothing now.
The attack came as Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky met with US Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary of State Marco Rubio on the sidelines of Pope Leo XIV's inauguration mass. And it was their first meeting since the infamous Oval Office clash. Mr. Zelensky and Vladimir Putin are both expected to hold calls with Donald Trump later today. The White House has been pressuring both countries to end the war.
We have to get to a ceasefire. That's the president's position, and we all agree with that position. And most importantly, we have to get to a final peace deal. And the president has a force of personality that is unmatched. I think it's important. His sensibilities are that he's got to get on the phone with President Putin, and that is going to clear up some of the logjam and get us to the place that we need to get to.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennell, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Are you tired of standing in those long lines to get your jackpot tickets? Guess what? You never have to with Telecom USSD jackpot ticket purchase. Simply dial *321#, follow the prompts, and you are set for your jackpot draw. It's as easy as 3, 2, 1. Telecom PNG, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
Welcome to Kokopo Beach Bungalow Resort in the heart of Kokopo. Nestled along the coastline with breathtaking views of the islands and volcanoes, we invite you to share this tropical island paradise with us. For your next business trip, leisure or marine adventure, call Kokopo Beach Bungalow Resort to discuss your escape on 982-8788 or visit us on www.kbb.com.pg. Escape, explore, enjoy.
Is this the right approach to improve SOE performance? Join us tonight at 7 as we hold discussions with the Institute of National Affairs Executive Director Paul Barker about some of the major reforms within the PNG economy.
You can gain the revenue for the state for the utilization of those resources, either through a taxation mechanism or through equity.
That's on tonight.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. The SP-PNG Hunters delivered a spectacular 24-18 upset over the unbeaten North Devils in Round 9 of the 2025 Hostplus Cup at Brisbane Park in Brisbane.
North's Devils dominated Delhi, scoring a hat-trick in the 12th, 16th and 56th minutes and converting all three to account for all the Devils' points. The Hunters responded with a strong performance, with Solo Wane crossing the line in the 21st minute, followed by Alex Max in the 36th, with Trevor Solu converting both to level the scores at 12-12 on halftime. In the second half, the Hunters seized control. Jamie Mavoko's 66th minute try, converted by Solu, gave them the lead, and Sunny Wabo's 77th minute try, converted by Solu, sealed the victory. This win not only ended the Devils' unbeaten streak but also showcased the Hunters' determination and skill. The Hunters will look to maintain their momentum when they face the second-place Townsville Blackhawks this weekend. Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
Students at Barakau Primary School got a dose of inspiration, not from textbooks, but from local athletes living out the Olympic spirit. Sports reporter Jonathan Sibona with more on this.
It was a day of learning through movement and meaning at Barakau Primary School as hero athletes brought the Olympic Values Education program to life. The session focused on two Olympic values: respect for nature and excellence, value echoed in every activity, from the high-energy respect relay to team-based games and creative expressions. Hero athletes shared their personal stories, showing students how these values have shaped their sporting careers and their everyday lives. They spoke passionately about protecting the environment, staying disciplined and setting goals, proving that being a hero doesn't only happen on the field. The day ended with cheers and well wishes for Team PNG on the road to Palau, leaving behind a message on unity, environmental care and self-belief. An unforgettable day for Barakau students, proving that with the right values anyone can be a hero. Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
18-year-old upcoming boxer Lenin Gumbi is gearing up in preparations for the 2025 National Championships.
The rising talent hails from Wasera in East Sepik Province, told Trukai Sports about his journey.
Named Lenin, saya named Gumbi, Milba Sepik Wasara. I started boxing in 2021. Make 40 fights, 5 lost, 35 wins.
He also shared some highlights during his career.
National championship, Kogoda boxing, made me kara 60 kg champion by Team PNG. So, Milagol national Milagolo Pacific game, me under 8 all dropping me back and now me go prepare lo play national championship lo lay.
Gumbi said he is working hard in training to maintain fitness in preparations for the national championships.
Money basa get up, basa road run, come back again, basa skip, basa training. Na paiti back, na paiti pet, na coach aga assist balo training. Sta lau sa training pilos em no right mas so miga taon ta coach na mi training am pilos em mo right. Milain plan to good plus antina. Push forward log. Champion for Team PNG.
Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Chicken the best idea. Yum.
This stuff, right?
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
The IPI Group is PNG's most innovative, dynamic and diverse logistics company, totally focused on delivering outstanding service. Our diversified divisions span from major warehousing, bulk fuel and road transport to large-scale commercial catering. The IPI Group of companies will be your partner, supplying tailor-made logistics solutions.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Goodpilla mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Goodpilla data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Join me every Thursday night as Sports Scene brings to you all the local and international sporting updates. Revisiting our legendary athletes.
Hi, this is David Mead.
Highlighting our local sports developments across the nation.
All eyes are on top of them.
Now an NRL team based here.
We create a pathway.
And our talented rising stars.
Hi, my name's Gemma Schnobel and you're watching.
All the younger ones would follow.
Sports Scene, Thursday nights at 7 p.m. only on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Trukai Sports. The PRK Mendi Muruks continue their unbeaten run in the PNG National Rugby League competition, sitting atop the ladder after 6 rounds with 5 wins and 1 draw.
Muruks' unbeaten streak has earned them 11 points and an impressive points differential of positive 84. In the second position are the Croton Hella Wigmen, who also remain undefeated with 5 wins and 1 loss, trailing by just 1 point. Lace-Next Tigers and Moniplus Vipers follow closely with 9 points each, tied on wins but separated by their points differential, with the Tigers boasting the highest differential in the competition at positive 84. Bintangor Gorokalanis, ENB Egma Gures and Wagetumbe on 6 points, Dabaris on 8 placing with 5 points, Gulf Iso on 4 points, meanwhile Miox and Eagles tie on 3 points, and Kimbecatas yet to register a win and sits at the bottom of the table. Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
Rugby League is set to progress in Mendi with the construction of mini stadium for home team Mendi Muruks. The schoolboys competition will also be established soon.
Southern Islands Governor William Powie said his government has allocated 5 million kina for the reconstruction of the Mendi Muruks home ground at Tende.
Funded almost up to 5 million already, but the Muruk Stadium in Tende will come. That's the part of the Mendi Town Restoration Program.
With Papua New Guinea to have its own NRL team by 2028, Mr. Powie said this is a good opportunity for young aspiring rugby league players. He said Southern Islands must be a part of this and schoolboys rugby league is the way forward.
Rugby league is a big town, the NRL is a big thing in PNG, so I got to prepare the Southern Island schools to roll out the rugby league. I have 1 million appropriated in the budget. I will go to Mendi and launch this because the 9 secondary school principals are working to implement those things. So,
meanwhile, he said Mendi will have 2 stadiums as the new stadium at Oyarep outside of Mendi town is also nearing completion. He said the stadium in Oyarep will host the PNG Games that is set for August.
In 2 stadiums, the Muruk Stadium in Tende and the Oyarep Stadium. It's a grassroots game. So we have facilities that can resonate with grassroots facilities. So the leadership is geared towards hosting this.
Pakatambua, Trukai Sports.
And now to overseas sports. In NRL, Queensland has named 3 debutants for the opening match of Rugby League's State of Origin series against New South Wales on May 28 at Brisbane's Lang Park. The Blues named their squad last night and headed into camp to begin preparations for the Game 1.
Returning Blues coach Laurie Daly is mostly sticking with the same side that got the job done in State of Origin last year, but there's a few crucial changes. He's picked Isaiah Yeo from the Panthers as the new captain. Last year's captain, Jay Trebojevic, was up against it and he was ruled out over the weekend with a concussion anyway.
It's amazing how it works out, isn't it? It's like a Formula One race, You sort of, nothing happens, and then all of a sudden something happens, occurs, and there's carnage. So,
fellow Panther Dylan Edwards has also done enough to keep his spot at fullback over Roosters' James Tedesco. In the halves, he's chosen Penrith superstar Nathan Cleary as the number 7, with last year's 7 Mitch Moses to partner him at 6. That means the ever-reliable Jerome Luai drops out of the side. A big call there from Laurie Daly. Latrell Mitchell has been called on to provide some X-factor in the centres, like he's been doing for the Rabbitohs lately. Manly's Tom Trebojevic misses out. A surprise debutant is Max King, the in-form forward from the Bulldogs, getting the nod over Terrell May from the Tigers. For Queensland, coach Billy Slater is sticking with Daly Cherry Evans as his captain. The 36-year-old long-serving Sea Eagle might be playing his last year in the NRL if he doesn't secure a new contract next year. There were calls to blood a new captain, but Slater believes that Cherry Evans is the best option for this series. There's also quite a few debutants for Queensland. We'll see Rob Toyer, Beau Fermor and Trent Loiero coming into the side, rewarded for their good form in clubland.
Yeah, I know what they're going through when they receive that first phone call to play for Queensland, and it never leaves you.
Kalen Ponga will play at fullback with Reece Walsh and Selwyn Cobbo out with injuries. Ponga and the Knights are not in the best form at the moment. Ponga has missed the last couple of series with injury, but he has won this series as the Maroons fullback before.
And that ends Trukai Sports. The Morning Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
This May and June, Port Moresby comes alive with the historic Asia Pacific Month, a spectacular celebration of our shared heritage and unity. Join us as we honor 50 years of independence by celebrating the nations that helped shape PNG. From May 16 to June 21st, experience the cultures and stories of our Asia Pacific family. Our nationhood was shaped by centuries of connection with our Asia Pacific family. Now, we celebrate this history together. Taste the authentic cuisines, witness breathtaking performance, and explore our shared history, all in amazing Port Moresby. Don't miss the Asia Pacific Month, every weekend from May 16th to June 21st. Free entry for all. We work, we inspire, we celebrate.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
I'm Martha, and each week on Kai Time, we'll introduce you to local food businesses showcasing their delicious dishes. From the pasta, the white sauce. Plus, you will discover how to make tasty and affordable meals using ingredients from your local markets. Tune in to Kai Time every Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Dreaming for more than the life we know. There is more to what the future holds. You may hold him and walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And now looking at the Money Plus weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby City, partly cloudy with possible afternoon and evening showers. In Daru, cloudy periods with occasional showers, rain and possible thunderstorms. Kerema, cloudy with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Alotau, partly cloudy with showers and rain showers. And Popondetta, cloudy periods with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. In the Momase region, Ley City, mostly cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Medang, cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Wewak, cloudy with some showers, rain showers and possible thunderstorms. And Vanimo, mostly cloudy with some showers, rain showers and possible thunderstorm. In the New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau, cloudy periods with occasional rain showers and thunderstorms. KVN, cloudy with periods of rain showers and thunderstorms. Kokopo and Rabaul, cloudy with periods of rain showers and thunderstorms. Kimbe, mostly cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. And Buka, cloudy periods with occasional rain showers and thunderstorms. In the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City, cloudy periods with heavy showers, rain and possible thunderstorms. Goroka, Barnes and Kundiawa, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. And Mendi, Tari and Wabek, cloudy periods with heavy showers, rain and possible thunderstorms. Now looking at small ships forecast. Waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru, to Kiwai Island, to Kerema, to Yule Island, to Hood Point, to Samarai Island, seas 1 to 2 meters. Waters of Samarai Island to Cape Vogel and all Milim Bay Islands, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of north of Cape Vogel to Huen Gulf to Finchafan, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of Finchafan through Vitiers Strait to Siasi Island to Dampier Strait, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of Long Island to Medang to Wewak to Vanimo and northern PNG Indonesian border, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of Manus and its western group of islands, seas 0.5 to 1 meters. Waters of New Island to New Britain Island and Bougainville, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. And waters of New Britain Island, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. And now looking at ocean forecast. Coral Sea sees moderate to rough, southeast winds of 15 to 20 knots, reaching 25 to 33 knots. Solomon Sea sees slight southeast to easterly winds of 5 to 15 knots. Bismarck Sea sees smooth to slight east to southeast winds of 5 to 15 knots. And the Pacific Ocean sees slight northeast to southeast winds of 5 to 15 knots.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Monday, the 19th of May, 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and gold nuggets.